The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to game one of the
I never wanna waste your time. My life, so precious. Is yours, is mine. Hey, look at the time. My God.
Well, we can finally finish. We've got a few. Thank you, David. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still, your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits.
And with the ability to pass, and the guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position.
Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Schroeder and Bazemore are in the backcourt. Collins is out there with Jahlil Okafor, and it's Prince in at the 3 slot.
And all the credit for that bucket has to go to Bazemore. He just knows how to fire passes into perfect spots for his guys.
Madsen, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, I love his will, his take-charge attitude, the aggressiveness, all of that showing up here in the first.
He came off the screen and finished with authority.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
On defense, Atlanta. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Prince outside. Inside, 5 on the clock. Shot by Collins, no good.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
That one good for 2.
He's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Now here's Schroeder, picked by Okafor. The drive by Schroeder. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Schroeder finds some deceptive ways to make you foul him, someone who can nail some shots despite getting hit on the way up.
Atlanta shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Okafor sets the pick for Schroeder. Here's Bazemore. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Stupendous work by Bazemore to force the defense into him there. His skill set really presents a challenge to opposing defenders.
For Atlanta, they have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier. And so Bazemore nails both of them. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Madsen. He's guarded by Collins. Madsen's shot is good.
These guys are like dentists right now. 4 out of 5 recommending a made shot. You're in a great groove.
Bazemore passes to Schroeder. Rebound that time collected by Madsen. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. There's the screen. Nash drives in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Nash has got his first 2 points of the night.
And to give a ton of credit to the screener there, that was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Schroeder outside. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And Coach Mike Budenholzer, a product of the San Antonio coaching tree, learned a lot in his decade-plus as a lead assistant under Greg Popovich.
Well, I think one key for Mike Budenholzer is that he understands that the importance of the assistant coaching staff can really elevate the level of play for the basketball team, and that each of those coaches has an open-door policy. You can walk in, you can have a conversation, you can gripe a little bit, and then try to build on something so that the team ends up better off because of those open lines of communication.
Okafor dishes to Schroeder. Back to Okafor. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Okafor's got his first points in this one.
Nice decision-making by Schroeder there with a terrific assist.
Here's Bazemore, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Charlotte Hornets. So, Brent, surprises here early in the season. A few teams outperforming expectations. What can they do to keep building on this momentum?
I think the coaching staff in these sort of instances, Kevin, maybe where you're out kicking your coverage a little bit, they've got to remind their team about the small steps that we need to take. Yes, we're doing this. Don't forget about doing these things or what we're doing offensively. But make sure that the reality of what the season represents, that they understand that so their expectations don't get them too big-headed, so you have to reel them in.
Sounds like you're talking about staying with the fundamentals.
Well, the fundamentals can always help you, Kevin. And then also just continuity, making sure that each guy understands that you've done your role, continue to do your role, and the guys behind you are ready to go in case we start slipping.
Atlanta shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And that one falls for Okafor. Hornets have gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. And stolen by Bazemore. Oh, and here comes Prince all alone. Finished off the break.
And really, Bazemore has terrific defensive instincts. The more he plays, the better those will get.
Oladipo for 3. That shot off the mark. And Atlanta will come the other way. And it's sent back by Jokic. Fast break now for Charlotte. Oladipo's running. The pass to Jokic. Oladipo with the ball. Jokic with the screen on Schroeder. Oladipo, good. Oladipo's got his second bucket of the night.
That ability to attack off the bounce, one of the real strengths of Oladipo's game.
There's a screen. Here's Schroeder, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's going to be on Jokic. The Hawks have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line. And some changes here for the Hornets. Hayes, he's checked in for Jokic. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Manson. Schroeder hits them both. Charlotte's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Rozier. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rozier's got his first points of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
It's Prince on the wing. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Prince has got his second bucket.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ogden's checked in. And Justice Winslow, a player who's good in some areas on offense, too.
Well, if 30% of your offense, and this is for Justice Winslow, is going to come outside of the 16-foot range, he's got to become a lot more effective in that area. It could be about shot selection, but certainly it's about putting in the work over the summer to become a more capable shooter.
Now, here's Nash after Jeremy Lamb's miss. And Hayes kicks to Nash, and it's blocked. And here is Lamb. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. Schroeder's got 9. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Hayes. A second chance effort. Here's Nash. Persistence. Pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Feeds it to Lamb. Shot clock at 3. And it's off from three-point range. Ogden kicks to Rozier. Takes a 3. Shot clock reset for Charlotte. Three-pointer. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Got a piece of it. Takes it off the glass. Muscala's got his first points in this one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Rozier kicks to Brogdon. Offline with his 3.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
Here's Norton. Rebound, Atlanta.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
Kicks it out to Schroeder. It's up a 3. And the rebound goes to Nash. Nash has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And already you're seeing great execution from both teams.
Yeah, lots of points early, and the game plans on both sides, at least offensively, working to perfection.
Now here's Schroeder. 9 points in the game so far. No good from Lamb.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Now here's Brogdon. Covered by Lamb. Here's Norton. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. And this game is tied up now.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
Schroeder outside. Nash with the block. And they'll keep possession. And they get it back. That one drops for him. Schroeder's got 11.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead. Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Pass to Stevens. Over Nash. And the shot no good, a bit short. Charlotte shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one. 57% from the field. For three. And another three for Charlotte.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
There's the pick. Here's Schroeder. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. He's got 13.
Well, if you read the scouting report on Schroeder, he likes to get into the basket as close as possible because he's usually good from there.
Here's Rozier, and it's the Hornets another three.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Nobody near Schroeder. Hornets with the rebound. Nash has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Norton, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Boy, I tell you, it didn't take them long to find their rhythm. Strong offense through one.
A nice game plan coming in, and right now sticking to it. It's a nice lead that they have.
Hornets leading by 6. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. We've got Miles Plumlee. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Justice Winslow. And it's Stevens in at the 4. Here's Madsen. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Page with the bucket.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Schroeder outside. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Watching Schroeder put the team on his back has been entertaining, and he's scoring at a steady clip.
There's Winslow. The Hornets pull it in.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Passes it to Madsen. Charlotte moving it around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And a wide open look for Lamb. Here's Plumlee. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Hayes has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Page passes to Madsen. Jokic kicks to Hayes. Pass to Page. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The pass to Madsen. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Plumlee with the screen. On the wing, Lamb. Stolen by Brogdon. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Madsen. He goes up again, and he makes the bucket. Drew contact and gets the whistle, too.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Oladipo, he's checked in for the Hornets. And we have so many great spot-up shooters in this league, but from what you've seen, who are some of the best shooters off the dribble?
First guy I think about, Kevin, is Kevin. It's Durant, though, not you. I know you were a great shooter.
I was a good shooter.
Yeah. But Kevin Durant's efficiency after transferring over.
No way! Oh, my! How did he hit that shot?
NBA basketball. Thank you.
Oof. And the nice replay of the long-range three-pointer, courtesy of Under Armour. The Unleash Chaos moment. Back to Jokic. Over Prince. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Oladipo. Jokic has got his first basket.
Jokic and body control. Hey, years ago we wouldn't have said that. I'm saying it now.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Lamb dishes to Plumlee. Kicks to Bazemore. Fires the three. Another three for Atlanta.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Charlotte leading by 8. Jokic with the screen on Prince to the inside, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Page passes to Oladipo. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Bazemore. Oladipo misses. The Hawks trail by 10, and Bazemore kicks to Prince. And it's Madsen with the rebound.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Drills it from outside.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
And the Hawks making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Bazemore with it. Now defended by Jokic. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
The Hornets have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Okafor sets the pick for Lamb. He dishes it to Okafor. Shot to stop the run. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's Madsen, guarded by Prince. Lets it go. They get a hand on it.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Hornets leading by 15. The dish to Hayes. And again, the Hornets missing. Bazemore for 3. Rebound that time collected by Madsen. Madsen's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Now here's Bazemore. He's got 8. He kicks it to Collins. Lamb dishes to Prince. Knocks down the 3 ball. Prince has got 7 points.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Oladipo, the pass to Jokic. Count that one.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Mike Muscala is checked in for Collins.
Oh, goodness. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two.
And when you watch Oladipo, you just like his explosiveness. Every moment he can come out there, he's got some room to get to it. He could take off on you and make something extremely exciting and athletic happen. He's streamlined his game a little bit, so when he's not playing in a hesitant mode, he becomes that much more impactful.
There's a good screen. And Muscala kicks to Prince. Another three for Atlanta.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And Oladipo, as you said, can just be a ball of energy out there on the floor.
I like the fact that Oladipo is honing in on his skilled shots. Still trying to figure out exactly what he does well, but he can't be passive. He's got to be aggressive. When he makes those kind of decisive plays, it ends up helping him and his teammates more often.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
And it's sent back by Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. Atlanta making some changes. Winslow's checked in for Prince. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And stolen by Nash. It's 2-on-1.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Fires at the elbow. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Down low, Norton, and the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's what we mean by combo guard skills right there. Kept his head up and found the open man.
Okafor sets the pick for Schroeder. Now here's Bazemore. He's tightly guarded. 4 on the shot clock. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Bazemore's got 8 points in the quarter. And then Oladipo with the jam.
Yeah, Oladipo has had some highlight dunks in his career. There's another one.
Now here's Schroeder. Defense right on him. Dishes it to Muscala. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Nash with the block.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Oladipo. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. And Bazemore kicks to Muscala. Offensive rebound. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Jokic always with the heads-up display there, looking attentive and a fantastic job of finding the open man.
Schroeder outside. The feed to Bazemore. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
Misses off the right iron.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Hornets have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Schroeder outside. Nash with the block. Stolen. Stevens. That shot misses. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome to halftime. Hey, what a fantastic time. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they're winning all the 50-50 offensive boards. The rebound goes up.
That about wraps.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a Hornets leading by 22. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. They've got Oladipo. Jokic is out there with Nash. And it's Madsen in at the 4-man position. And Bazemore kicks to Okafor. Shot clock at 5. Jokic with the steal. Norton. He's covered by Bazemore. And Oladipo, here we go. Jokic passes to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Charlotte moving the ball around. Don't usually see him shooting the 3. He's got 15.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now Bazemore. From 12 feet out. Hornets with the rebound. Madsen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Oladipo kicks to Jokic. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Off the inbound. And it's Nash missing.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Prince kicks to Collins. Clock at 6. Schroeder outside and stolen by Nash. Fast break now for Charlotte, and Nash slams it in.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. No problems knocking that one down.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Schroeder against Oladipo. Shot to stop the drought, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Nice use of the pick and roll from Schroeder there. Allows him to get an easy shot.
Jokic, no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Brent, over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework, and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door. Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Here's Norton. Charlotte again missing. Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for Charlotte.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Okafor, and Jeremy Lamb subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Pass to Page, 4 on the clock. Jokic a screen. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Page with the bucket. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Atlanta calls timeout.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and pointed in the right direction.
Looking at the numbers here for Oladipo, last year getting it done. 10th in steals, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year, always a threat to cause a turnover. There's the 3, and it's Madsen missing. And so it's Atlanta with it. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. Here's the screen. Feeds to Lamb. Five on the clock. From deep, Prince. Jokic grabs the miss. Charlotte has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Oladipo for 3. The shot will not fall. And Lamb kicks to Prince. Stripped away. Here's Madsen. He's got 18. It's good from long range. Madsen's got 21 in the game.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
He gets it in there.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Oladipo, the pass to Madsen. He feeds it to Hayes. Here's Madsen. He's got 21. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He's got 23.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you could turn it up.
Schroeder dishes to Lamb. Over Oladipo. And too long on the shot. Charlotte's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Hey, Brent, with the size and speed of NBA athletes, could we see the court widened out at some point, whether it's the lane or even the boundaries? Wide.
That's a great question, Kevin. I often thought that the league should widen the court to the point where the 23-9 three-point line should be an exact semicircle.
Is the same, yes.
Which would extend the court another couple feet on each end and create more space, more driving opportunities, more room to watch the greatest athletes in the world do what they do best. That's run, jump, pass, and entertain us. So maybe the league looks at it. Right now, I don't think there's any plans for it, but it's a great question.
From downtown, that one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And he's been hitting from out there. Defensively, you're going to have to change some things up.
The classic catch-22 guy right here. If you key in on him, you're going to open up other opportunities for his teammates to have good looks.
Can they get it? And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
For Atlanta, they have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. Well, we all know, Brian, you grew up in a real basketball environment. What affected watching your dad and competing against your brothers and being in that conversation at the dinner table have on the development of your playing style?
Well, I think first and foremost what comes to mind, Kevin, is just competing. And it wasn't just competing at basketball. It was wiffle ball in the backyard, soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring, Monopoly during the weekends. So anything we could get our hands on that had to do with the game, yeah, it was about that competition.
And what do you do now in retirement? What do you find to stimulate the competitive side?
Well, I beat my kids in Monopoly, I can tell you that.
Good work there as it goes. And it's 6 points for Jokic.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. They always attempt to wear you out.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
There's Winslow. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Winslow. From down in the low post, it goes. Winslow's got his first bucket in this one.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And he gets it to go. And it's 8 points for Jokic.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Schroeder with the ball. 21 points in the game. No good from Lamb. 1:11 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Norton. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Clearly a foul.
The Hornets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Bazemore kicks to Winslow. The shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. Nash with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Rozier. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. Hawks shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
To the middle. Jokic kicks to Rozier. They get it back. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. Brogdon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Schroeder outside. The Hawks have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. First one falls for him.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Schroeder hits them both. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Norton covered by Winslow. Nash with the screen on Schroeder. Rozier kicks it over to Nash. Misses. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Hornets ahead, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Atlanta's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Kent Bazemore. Also Jared Bayless out there. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Ellis.
And really, it's hard to guard a guy like Bazemore because of how high he can get up. His athleticism is just boundless.
With the premium players and outside shooting, Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need to defend in isolation, will we see guys playing for more years than ever before? Less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
No, it's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are. Very effective at 45. Okafor, the pass to Ellis. Now here's Bayless, guarded closely. Passes it to Bazemore. Poked away. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cohen.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
For 3, Brogdon. Atlanta with the rebound. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Now here's Bazemore. He's covered closely, and that one good.
You might want to close a little faster to Bazemore, especially in the mid-range where he's been pretty consistent. Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big mid-season event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect.
And just keeping his teammates involved. This is the kind of leadership you like to see.
Well, you could trademark this brand of basketball, running through the progressions and working around for decent looks.
Ellis outside. He's off on that one. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Norton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
They double-team Ellis. Pass to Bayless. 11 feet away. Takes a big height bounce and goes in.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Well, tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
he really flying. You combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. There's a screen. Bazemore dishes to Ellis. A 3-pointer, no good. Charlotte has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Count the basket. Rozier's got 21 in the game.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Now here's Here's Bazemore. He's guarded by Brogdon. And Rozier pulls it down.
And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Brent, many teams have cracked down on cell phone use during practices and during games. Can anything be done on a league level in that regard?
Hold on, Kevin. I'm getting a call.
Okay, good. Yeah. Can you put him on hold for just a second?
Yeah, Mom, I'm talking to Kevin Harlan. Yeah, it's a different age. I don't think the league, Kevin, can do anything with regards to how players use their mobile devices. That's up to the team and how it is a coach make sure that the demands of what your practice schedule is and your game schedule and your attentiveness to those times that you need to be there, that takes precedent.
Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Madsen. Drills it from outside. 26 points for him.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Now here's Bazemore, guarded by Oladipo. Bazemore misses.
Yeah, momentum right now is against them. They're just going to have to figure out a way to ride this one out.
Got to be some consideration here for a different rotation because the matchups right now just not favorable.
And it's Bayless in the corner. The Hawks again can't hit.
And I'm scratching my head on that one. This is not his shot, and he of all people should know that. Hopefully he will try to work his way closer to the basket next time the ball comes his way.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That is his first foul of the game. Over the decades, the way the league has grown, phenomenal. Due in no small part to the leadership. Brent, what are some of the key traits you've seen of these two great NBA commissioners?
I think the one thing about both David Stern and Adam Silver that they have done a great job with is that they're approachable. There doesn't seem to be a time, at least in an NBA player's career, where they don't feel like they could either call the office and within maybe a day or two hear from somebody from the league office. But the fact that both David Stern and Adam Silver find their way out to arenas throughout the regular season, come to see every team, that approachability, I think, far and away sets those two gentlemen aside.
Now here's Bayless. He's guarded closely. Shot to stop the drought. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Madsen's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Atlanta gets called for the foul. And he makes the first. Good on both. And here is Lamb. There's a good screen. It's Ellis on the wing. Atlanta again missing. The Hornets have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Oladipo. Inside, off the pick. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, Victor showing some nice signs of vision on that play. Not an easy cover in the pick and roll. It's a nice pass.
And they're running. There's Nash with the 3. Bayless grabs the board. Hawks shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Ellis outside. The pass to Bayless. Kicks it to Plumlee. Plumlee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Madsen's shot is good.
Yeah, he keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
Now Lamb. Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't look as emotionally charged nowadays, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to happen. It's got to happen more organically, which is what we've seen between Golden State and Cleveland appearing in the finals the past couple of years. That's really helped the league to see those two teams do battle for the league's greatest prize.
Here's Madsen. There's the pick. He tries for three. Bayless grabs the board. Hawks shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. Ellis left side. That's good, and so Bayless with the assist. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Oladipo, good.
Oladipo constantly looking to score. As soon as the ball hits his hands, he's ready to pull.
Oladipo's gone even, 50% from the field, 5 of 10. Pass to Stevens, over Nash. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Plumlee.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Here's Madsen. Plumlee with some nice D.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Madsen sinks the triple. Madsen's got 37.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Truer words never spoken. Breakdown on the perimeter D, and the communication severely lacking there.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Charlotte.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Nash.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Nash with the screen on Plumlee. Nash outside. And another three for Charlotte.
And you can tell they're ready to start celebrating a well-deserved victory here tonight.
Yeah, you can see the fans. They've already started celebrating themselves. A gutty performance.
Back to Bayless. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound that time, collected by Madsen. Launches it. The shot misses. Bayless with it. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that